What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Oh boy, Monday Night Raw for October the 30th, 2023. All Hallows Eve. Kind of boring, if we're being honest. Kind of boring. Stuff happened on the show. I'm not gonna lie about that. But it was boring. So, we kicked the show off like we've been doing for the past 6 to 8 fucking months. The Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley goes over how each of the members are going to defeat their opponents for the evening. Then out comes Sami Zayn. And he basically just says that he's there to ruin the Judgment Day. You can call him rebellion. He's tired of the power that they possess as a faction. And he says that he's going to fight Judgment Day. Whether it's 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 4-on-1, or 5-on-1. As long as there's breath in his body, he's still going to continue to fight. He said he's going to fight the Judgment Day and everything you stand for until the Judgment Day is no more. So, then there's a little brawl scene that breaks out. Ricochet comes out to help out Sami Zayn. This sets us up for our first match of the night, which is Ricochet versus Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio gets the win via the help of the Judgment Day. Then, post-match, Ricochet, he super kicks JD McDonough, and he hits the recoil on Dom. So I don't understand why the fuck Ricochet turned, I guess, heel. Well, not really heel, but let's just say that he was frustrated with all this. So, yeah, let's just go with that. He was frustrated. Who cares? It's not important. Moving on. Next, we get a DIY video package. Yawn. Moving on. So, Raquel Rodriguez. So, she says that she's going up against 4 of the most dominant women in this division. The biggest, the baddest, and the best that this company has to offer. Not one of them has the fight that I have. The drive that I have. So, they could consider me the underdog all they want. They could put a chip on my shoulder. That's okay. It will make that much sweeter when I take each and every single one of them down. At Crown Jewel, I'm going to show the entire world why I'm the most dominant woman on Raw and become your new women's world champion. I'm like, interesting little promo. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Next, the Alpha Academy versus the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus Creed. They made their main roster debut. And boy, the Creeds are so fucking good. They fit on Monday Night Raw like a damn glove. This match was so fun. The crowd was into it. The Creeds get the win via the Brutus ball for the 1, 2, 3. This was tremendous. And they even had my girl Ivy Nile with them. So this is great. So I'm glad that the Creed brothers are there. And this should make for a much more interesting tag team division. If Triple H can book these guys right. Next, so the New Day, they showed up. Oh my God. They had a little showdown with the Judgment Day. They were giving them candy. Damian Priest said that he has a lot on his plate going in the Crown Jewel. He ponders on cashing his Money in the Bank briefcase after he handles his business with Cody Rhodes. However, he's not happy about being put in 2 matches out of the blue. Rhea reminds Damian Priest that there's no leaders in the Judgment Day and that he's the Punisher of the group. Oh my God. Can we throw both New Day and Judgment Day into the sun? Please. Oh, Please. Moving on. So Nia Jax, she cut a promo. Said since her return to Raw, everything I've done, everything I said I was going to do. I've done everything that I said I was going to do. I've squashed everyone. Shayna Baszler, squashed. Zoe Stark, squashed. Raquel Rodriguez, squashed. On my first night back. I squashed the most dominant women's champion, Rhea Ripley. And at Crown Jewel, I'm going to show the world why I'm the most dominant woman on Raw and will be your next women's world champion. I'm like, it's the same promo as Raquel, just different wording. Who cares, though? Moving on. Next, Miz TV. So, he was going to interview Gunther, but Gunther didn't show up. So, Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, they showed up. And they belittled The Miz and made fun of him and all that stuff. He does the same to both of them. And then out comes Gunther. And Gunther, he berates The Miz, says that he isn't serious, he doesn't respect him, or his accolades, nor his accomplishments. So then this pisses The Miz off, and The Miz tosses out Kaiser and Vinci out the ring, and then Gunther drops The Miz with a knife-edge chop. And then Gunther says, who do you think you are? You're not in my league. And then him and Gunther have a brawl with The Miz. The Miz and Gunther, they brawl. So, Imperium, they grab Miz from behind. Gunther delivers the big boot. And then, Miz heads back to the backstage area. Interesting little segment. Do I like Miz being a babyface? Not really. He does way better heel work. I did like when he mentioned in his promo that he made the IC title relevant back in 2016 and 2017 when him and Dolph Ziggler had that good feud on SmackDown Live at the time, when SmackDown was on Tuesdays. I thought that was great right there. But The Miz, he's a utility guy. You can put him in comedy stuff, he gets it over. You can put him in serious stuff, it gets over. So, yeah, he's in a good place right now. But The Miz as a babyface, that's gonna take some time to get used to, for being honest. It really is. So The Miz, he goes into Adam Pearce's office and demands a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. Adam Pearce says that The Miz needs to earn the opportunity first, and he needs to handle some business with Bronson Reed. Big boy Bronson Reed. Okay, interesting stuff there. Moving on. Next, we proceeded to have a long-ass match. This felt like 30 minutes. DIY, which is Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. So DIY, they get the win. It seems like Triple H is going to split up Imperium, which makes sense to an extent, but why don't you just give them like the free bird rule, and where they can do their own stories and character arcs and whatnot. Let's just go that route, please. Moving on. So we get a Shinsuke Nakamura promo. He says that he's still looking for the next sacrifice. I'm like, whoa, hold up, buddy. Are you in some satanic cult? Hold up now. And then he continues on by saying, where are you? Do you want me to chase you, or will you choose me? Do you want me to choose you, or will you choose me? Go ahead. Step forward. Awaken me. What are you afraid of? Poke the lion. That is what a strong, brave hero does. Do it. Show yourself. I'm waiting. And I'm still into this little promo. I liked it. It was interesting. But who is Nakamura going to face? Maybe CM Punk. I don't know. Just putting it out there in the universe. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But it could be a guy from NXT. You never know. It could be like a Joe Gacy or something like that. Maybe a Braun Breaker. I don't know. Maybe a Wes Lee. I don't know. But these weird, cryptic promos from him as of late, that being Shinsuke Nakamura, I kind of like it. More of this, please. Next, Candice LeRae versus Xia Li. This thing was not good. This ended via referee stoppage. So, Xia Li delivers a nasty spinning roundhouse kick, and that was all she wrote. Like, it rocked Candice. So the ref, like, she started to check on LeRae, and she brought down, doctors and stuff like that. So I'm like, damn. And the crowd was kind of into it for a little bit, but when that spinning roundhouse kick happened, that deflated the entire crowd. They were like, whoa. So, hopefully Candice LeRae is okay. Moving on. So, my girl Jackie Redmond, she had a backstage interview with Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Jey Uso wishes Sami Zayn luck with his upcoming match against Damian Priest. Jackie wants to know how Jey is feeling after Finn Balor cost him his match with Damian Priest last week. Jey says that Sami is going to handle business tonight. Cody Rhodes will handle business at Crown Jewel, and maybe he and Cody can get those tag titles away from the Judgment Day one last time, and then he'll check on Miss Rhea Ripley and see how she feels about that. Yeet. I like that. Next, Shayna Baszler, she cut the promo. She says, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Now, what I plan on doing is ripping and tearing limb by limb for women who parade around Monday Night Raw as if they were worthy of competition. They don't understand completely the pain that I can inflict on them, and at Crown Jewel, I'm going to show the world that I'm the most dominant woman on Raw and become the next women's world champion. I'm like, this is the same boring promo that the other two cut. Can we not do this saying that you're the most dominant female? Enough. Shit. Moving on. We got a really good promo by Drew McIntyre. Really good. So Drew says, one of the most memorable moments of his career happened in a time of history that nobody wants to remember. I found myself asking, what was the sacrifice worth it? Of course, I'd be lying to myself if I said I wasn't angry. Before the age of 30, I was named the chosen one, failed, and then fired. So meaning he went to Impact and everything to reinvent himself. It took 4 years to reinvent himself. And ultimately, he got a second chance. Finally, after 20 years of giving everything I could to the industry, I won the Royal Rumble. I got the fans behind me. There was going to be a stadium cheering for me. And I would slay the beast in the main event of WrestleMania. But everything changed overnight. WrestleMania is going to be in front of nobody. You got to be kidding me. The pandemic shut the world down. And although WWE carried on, I was all alone. I beat Brock Lesnar and became the WWE champion in this building. The biggest moment of my career with no one there to celebrate it. Still, I did what I always do, my job. I defended my title against the best that WWE had to offer, putting my body through absolute hell. I needed to be a champion that they could be proud of. And then everyone finally returned, and the moment passed. For months, I fought to get it back, and WWE returned to the UK once again. I had everything aligned. I was going to beat Roman Reigns in front of 60,000 people, screaming me on, only for the bloodline to cheat and take it all away from me. Unlike everyone else, I won't forget the bloodline. I can erase the past, and at Crown Jewel, I can make it right. Seth Rollins, this will be another title defense in the Hall of Fame career, but for me, this is everything. We both live for this. Seth was willing to break his back to keep his championship. I'm willing to break his back to take it away from me. I'm like, damn, I need this. No more broken dreams 2020. Seth Rollins was my first title defense, and after Crown Jewel, I'll be his last. I'm like, damn, Sign me up. I'm down for this. Triple H, come Saturday, switch the title to Drew McIntyre. Please and thank you. Do it. Do it. Do it. Pull the fucking trigger and give this man the damn World Heavyweight Championship. If you don't do it, Triple H, you're a fucking coward. I'll say it again. If you don't do it, Triple H, you are a fucking coward. So, Seth Rollins, he cuts a promo. He basically puts himself over along with Drew McIntyre. He said he's a fan of Drew McIntyre. And then he said after hearing what Drew had to say a few moments ago, boo freaking who? Cry me a river. You big Scottish crybaby. You want to backflash to the pandemic, right? 2020? All of us were suffering in one way or another. There were a lot of people that had it worse than you did. They didn't know if they were going to get their next paycheck. They didn't know if they were going to, when they were going to get their next set of groceries. They didn't even know if they were going to see their loved ones again. Some of them didn't even get a chance to. So excuse me for not feeling sorry for you and winning the title the way you dreamt of it. You want to blame it on the bloodline, all your failures and all your shortcomings. I'll say it again. Cry me a river, get in line. Guys like Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, they don't complain and asking for pity. But I'll say this, Drew. You're one hell of a champion, and this Saturday at Crown Jewel, if you could take this title off of me and you could pry it from my from my waist, I would be the first man there to shake your hand and call you champion, just like I did in 2020. But I'm not the same guy from back then. The Messiah is gone. I'm no longer the architect. There's a reason why these people sing my song. And then out of nowhere, Jenny McDonough attacks Seth Rollins. So this leads us into Seth Rollins versus Jenny McDonough. Damian Priest comes out in the middle of the match. He doesn't cash in Money in the Bank at all. Seth Rollins wins via the curb stomp. So, post-match, Damian Priest reminds Seth Rollins that time is ticking. So, hopefully, Damian Priest does cash in on Seth Rollins come Saturday, maybe. Maybe they can do a Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns type deal, WrestleMania 31. They might do that, where it becomes a triple threat match, and then you have maybe McIntyre lose to Damian Priest. I don't know. I'm just tired of Seth Rollins being champion. I like the guy, but him wearing women's clothes and all that stuff, let's not do that anymore, please. Next, moving on, Ricochet tells Adam Pearce that he has unfinished business with Dominic Mysterio. Ivar wants a title shot at the Intercontinental Championship. And then Sami Zayn will battle JD McDonough on the Crown Jewel kickoff show. Okay, interesting. Next, Jackie Redmond had a backstage interview with Becky Lynch. So now that Becky Lynch is no longer the NXT Women's Champion, how is she reflecting on the experience currently? Currently, she's light on the waist and heavy in the heart. Becky knows that Lyra Valkyria is the right person. Losing will never keep her down. In 40 days, she defended her titles more times than Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley have all year. She's the catalyst of change. She doesn't need the title. The title needs her. Xia Li interrupts the interview. Xia Li wants to know if Becky is scared of her. Becky says that they can fight right now. Xia says they'll fight on her time. Okay. Interesting there. Next. Oh, my God. TJ, bro, man, please knock up Natalya, dog. Please, bro. Please. Why can't Natalya be in a backstage producer role? Seriously. Oh, my God. So, this leads us into the Natalya versus Chelsea Green Tricker Street Fight. Oh, my God. Chelsea Green wins. Who gives a shit? And then the main event, Sami Zayn versus Damian Priest. It's a DQ because, yeah, it's a DQ. I forgot how it happened. I wasn't even paying attention. I was in my phone, so I wasn't paying attention. So Damian Priest wins via disqualification. Post-match, Cody Rhodes comes out, and he kicks Jenny McDonough's ass. He delivers not one, but two crossroads on the announce table. Cody gets on the mic and says, "Hey, Damian, last week you took a steel chair, you wrapped it around my leg, and tried to take me out. You were unsuccessful. I got back up because that's what my story is. The guy who gets knocked down and gets back up. What's your story? 6'6", 20-year pro. You got a briefcase that you can take to immortality, and somehow you're not the leader of the Judgment Day. That's because you're a walk-behinder. You walk behind Rhea Ripley, you walk behind Finn Balor, and you walk behind Dominic Mysterio. When you think it's somebody else, maybe it's not Cody Rhodes. That's something that you need to know. It's always me. I'm back on my path, and this Saturday at Crown Jewel, my path goes straight through you, and that's how we end the show. So, that's okay there, I guess, but kind of flat because we see the Judgment Day in every fucking main event every damn week for the past 6 to 8 months. Shit. But Crown Jewel should be decent. Monday Night Raw was kind of boring for the most part. The Creed Brothers being on Monday Night Raw, that's fine there. I like the Shinsuke Nakamura promo. That was great. Miz and Gunther, that sounds like fun. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, sign me up. But Drew McIntyre needs to win. Everything else on the show was just long, drawn-out, boring matches. But what did you guys think? Like, comment below, and subscribe for more videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.